I must say indeed that residents in this location remain frustrated given the fact that they did give their information to the Department of Home Affairs for assistance. We must remember that these floods happened in early this year. It's quite a long time, if I must say, but they still don't know in terms of developments as to how far now is the process. And we visited a few houses here that have been, of course, affected, where they are telling us that it's a crisis. They can't make a living. Even some others, they just make a living by piece jobs, but now the situation is difficult given the fact that they are not supposed to go back to the streets with the restrictions made by the government. But I'll just introduce one of the member of this family I've visited, Kopano, just to hear his story about the situation here. About ha go hlalosetse hore ho etsahetseng ha di floods di le fihlela lona monana ebile le lusitse dintho tse kae.
Mami ya le ntho tsa bona di le di alahleya ka bongata mami itse pula dina mami ya le no yana re le ga alahlela ke di boma di pampiri tsa bohlokwa tse re ne re tsamaya ka tsona mo mafese mami no yana ka sana letho mami re bo sekolong fokolo mami re sana ntho tse re tsamaya ka tsona.
Re understand hore le iphedisa jwang jwale ha maemo a le tjena le phela jwang.
Hal mami re phela ka o iza mami serious. Halo bophelo bo thata bo le jwalo mami. Serious mami.
It's basically saying, is one of the affected, of course, saying that their life is difficult because the documents, the important documents that they're supposed to be using to receive a grant, unfortunately, they lost it during the trail of destruction that occurred here. I'm just going to introduce another resident in this area just to tell us about this family, Mama. You said you know better because it's only children who are living here. Ha go re hlalosetse hore maemo a family enana a jwang ebile di floods di entse maemo a ba jwang.
Di entse maemo a be thata haholo. Batho ba dulang mona ke bana fela, ke bashanyana ba babedi ba senang batswadi, ba batswadi ba ile ba hlokala ha ba tsamelo ke mokhukuo ba o tsamaiswa ke merwallo ba ile ba baleya ba tsamaya ba ya ho bonkgono ba bona ba bang hore ba khona ho thusahala. Jwale ka moratsene ntse ba tla ho rona ba re kopa re ba thusa mo re kgonang teng. Ha re sa kgona na ha bana ditokomana, ha bana ID, ha bana letho mo ba leng teng mona. Ke kopa thuso hore kampe ba thusahala ba thole di ID tsa hore ba kgona ho thusahala, ba kgona ho thola grant ena president a re fileng yona o thusang batho ka yona e bohlokwa bona e tlo re thusa e tlo ba thusa le bona ba bona tswelopele ya yona.
This is a concerned resident. Of course, the mother is just staying nearby, knows this family and knows the struggle. Now is appealing to government to at least assist with the necessary documents so that this family also can see the light, as there's no one who's working, and also as the children who are staying alone. But let me just say that since the beginning of the floods, of course, early, Red Cross has been hands-on in this informal settlement, making sure that the needy are receiving necessary things just to make a living. I'm just going to introduce to you now the manager of Red Cross in the Free State, Claudia Mahumwehape. Just take us through your involvement on this in trying to assist these kind of families.
Our involvement has started actually from day one, where we conducted assessment, and what we have done is further then provided hot meals as well as some blankets for those who have lost completely everything. And then we had people that were taken to the shelters as well, of which they managed to go to other areas. Now they've received new shelters because they lost everything. And then furthermore, what we have done with other stakeholders, of course, we have made a list of people that lost their identity documents and submitted the list to Home Affairs, and we explained that it has to go through national Home Affairs at national level. So we have then been waiting up until now so that people can actually receive their assistance. But furthermore, that doesn't mean that we're stopping to come here and provide any other assistance, because we would have areas whereby people that don't have any food. So that's when we will come in and provide some food parcels that we have. And then now we have come with the hygiene packs to check if the families can also be able to protect themselves further from COVID-19. So we haven't actually stopped after the floods. We still continue as Red Cross to provide further assistance.
That was the Free State manager of Red Cross, Claudia Mangwegape, just taking us through to how are they hands-on their responsibility as the humanitarian movement, as how are they or have they been assisting this area. I must say that there's some areas also here where there's no electricity and there's a communal tap. The situation remains like that, and many people are not working here and have been complaining, of course, that they are dependent on, of course, they are dependent on peace jobs, but unfortunately now, because of lockdown and also that they can't go and stand on the streets where they can be called by people who need assistance, it's quite a challenge for them to put food on the table. I must say the situation remains dire like this, even though the municipality also did assist in terms of moving others who were in a place that was not supposed to be housed there. They were moved to an area that is not flooded when there's heavy rains, but others who still remains here, it's quite a challenge. As I did mention, that there's no water, there's no electricity. If there is water somewhere, it's just one tap where hundreds have to queue up for, of course, to receive water from a communal tap.
Aphumelele, thank you so much for that out in Bloemfontein and giving us that report. Appreciate that. Of course, the homeless really saying that how do they claim then for their benefits if, unfortunately, they do not have their identity documents, which were indeed washed away in flood.